Last week we were up in the Finger Lakes region of New York, and now we head to the mountains and deserts of California, Rosamond to be exact. Welcome back to Firefox Cup Series racing from the Willow Springs International Raceway, a very historic circuit. Made famous by the 2019 movie Ford, made famous once again by the 2019 movie Ford vs. Ferrari. Fantastic movie, you should watch it if you have an HBO Max subscription, or you can go pirate it. That's up to you, but watch the movie, it's amazing. But I already lost, but this is the second take. I've realized Caleb Rose was not in the race after I got halfway through pre-race, but the command was given by the time I realized Caleb Rose was not in the race, but he's back, we're all good, and we're ready for a fantastic race here at the Willow Springs International Raceway. Like I said, a very historic circuit, and let's kind of try and get into a bit of stories of the race. Something minor, but it's worth pointing out because I want to see these cars shown. But every McFadden racing car now has a new paint scheme. Two of them start on the same road. John McFadden has picked up Napa Auto Parts as a sponsor. They will sponsor the remainder of the season, as well as Derek Hamill, the 40-year Watkins Glen winner. You can see the other at the bottom of your screen, but he'll be sponsored by Schluter Systems for the remainder of the season. He will also be partnering with Monkey Racing to start a new team next season. New Monkey Racing. He will own that team with partnership from Monkey Racing, and the final new paint scheme for McFadden Racing is the 22 here in the Freightliner E Cascadia car, also known as the Tron car. Owen Miles is very shaky there. I don't know if that's going to affect anything, but we'll see. And you're also probably wondering why I'm not doing a pit lane start. That's because the pit lane starts on this track are broken, and they start in the middle. They start on the outside of the track, and they all die. So I've got to get pre-race done real quick. So without further ado, let's get into your starting lineup. Let's go to the front of the field. Miles Edgeworth and Vale Muska start on the front row, followed by Matt Tuck and Justin James. Then we go Gavin Beers and Ryan Coggs. Diego Vasquez making second or third start of the season, I can't remember, in the 08 car. As well as Nathan Smith in the BWT car. Then we get Lucas Holmes, and Luke Iger. Holmes will have a new paint scheme for certain races throughout the remainder of the season. Then we go into the 86 of Brady Ujest and Mitchell Collins, the 01 of Devin Fair and Bailey Pendergast, and the 25, the 44 of Landon Smith Jr., and the 10 of Bronson Minnick, Owen Miles, and Roy Ribbleton, Nicholas Jewett and Louis Zancala, Keith Martin and Roberto Crown Jr., Kayla Rose and Emma Burnley, John McFadden and Derek Hamill, Anthony Elliott and Ethan Farley, Trey Smith and Arthur Xavier, Nelson Reeves, your points leader Michael Sema, who came out to a 48-point lead after Watkins Glen over Matt Tuck. He starts deep in the field today. We'll see if he can make up positions, especially since his championship rival is starting third or fourth. Then we get Logan Williams, who won at Road America, his home race. Forgot to mention Caleb Rose won the race at Papyrus Motorsports Park after having an abysmal season. Start to the season. Then Logan Williams, Ryan Benjamin, he's in the 89. Then rounding out the field, we have Renan Issip and Joshua Henderson. So now I've got the starting lineup out of the way, I can talk for a little bit until the race starts. That's the quickest I've ever done a starting lineup, but I don't really know what else to talk about. And the command has been given. The drivers are going to roll off into the final corner, and we are going to go green. Try and keep this race short and sweet. 17 laps here at the Red Bull Grand Prix of California. Let's make sure everyone gets off good. Oh, Miles is the only one I'm worried about. Okay, guess not. I think everyone got off good. Vale Musco in the 18, and Miles Edgeworth from the 79. They're going to lead us to the green flag here through this long, sweeping final turn. In Rosamond, California, at the Willow Springs International Raceway. And we are going to go green for the Red Bull Grand Prix of California. The drivers shoot off into turn 1, and now they're heading into turn 2 here. Still side by side. Matt Tuck trying to get up the inside, trying to get redemption for Watkins Glen, his home track. Finished second there. Had a fantastic race, though. Derek Hamill just much faster. Tuck, he's going to try and go around the outside of the 18. Not going to happen. Got stuck, obviously, outside. Not too good. Now they're side by side through that top of the hill. And now they're coming down. I don't know what corner this Miles Edgeworth has got the lead, though. It's a Ford 1-2. Matt Tuck trying to break up that 1-2 in the body armor Goldberry car. Diego Vasquez, one of his home races. The other home race is the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez later in the season. He's going to clear Nathan Smith. Matt Tuck by for second. Can he chase down Miles Edgeworth? As they're coming through that long, sweeping final corner. Oh, Vale Musco comes side by side with Matt Tuck. We could see a photo finish at this track if things go in a certain direction. But Miles Edgeworth leads lap 1. As expected, he currently has the fastest lap. Has not really had to fight anybody right now. Tuck stuck on the outside. Not good for him in that 54. And Ryan Cogs rounds out the top 5. How long will he stay there, though? He seems to be slow. Not, like, off the pace, but he seems to be slower than the cars behind him. And as Vasquez has dropped back to 8th. He's set at the scoring time. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe went a bit wide. That's probably what happened. And Gavin Beers trying to go around the outside of Ryan Cogs. This is a battle for that final top 5 position. And that's going to try, hopefully help Matt Tuck be able to break away from them as going side by side. Gavin Beers won at Homestead and currently sits 34th in points. So he's had a not good season, to say the least. His only bright spot is really that win. And Nathan Smith in the 48. This man can start, like, it feels like anywhere in the field and then somehow work his way up into the top 10. I mean, he started 11th, I think, or about there, about around there. So it's no surprise that he's running inside the top 10, but like it's amazing what he's able to do. Oh, and it looks like we had an incident somewhere. The 22, big damage. Don't know what happened there. Maybe I'll do a carnage cam, maybe I won't. The answer is probably I won't. Bailey Pendergast, also Arthur Xavier. Points leader Michael Seymour, where is he running? 29th. This is going to be a horrible points day for him, especially if Matt Tuck keeps running where he is. As I just go through the field, see if we can spot any battles. Lucas Holmes trying to go up the inside of Devin Fair in the 55. And through the long, sweeping final corner. And so this battle is near the top 10. Battling towards the, close to the final spot. And Miles Edgeworth is flying away with this thing. And Justin James, nope, not going to try around Vale Musco that time. And Miles Edgeworth, fastest car on track. No surprise there. Everyone else has just been kind of battling it out. He's just been driving away in that Weeb car. I wouldn't count anybody out. Also, don't expect pit stops during this race unless you, of course, have damaged Nathan Smith and Gavin Beers run back to back. Where have we seen this before, and how did that end up? So we gotta just if you're Gavin Beers or Nathan Smith, you're just hoping that you don't have another Watkins Glen incident. Because obviously those two wrecked and ruined both their chances at a good race. Smith was running, I forget where he was in the points, I think about 6th, and he dropped all the way to 10th. Simply because he finished in the 20s. But points leader has right now run away with it. He's having an abhorrent race. The battle everywhere else in the points is tight. So every point matters if you're not in the top, if you're below first. As it could make or break your season at this point. It's also safe to say someone like Anthony Elliott is likely out of the championship hunt. Well, they could possibly make a run, but it is very unlikely as Justin James is hounding the back of Vale Musco. He's just trying to get around him. He feels like he has. I feel like he knows he has a faster car. Michael Sema, fastest car on the track last time. But James knows he has a faster car than Vale Musco. He just can't get by him. Through the long, sweeping final corner, Miles Edgeworth has led them all so far. And he's looking to lead another here as we finish lap 5 of 17 in the Red Bull Grand Prix of California. As the gap just keeps extending and extending. And not what you like to see if you're anybody else. My throat is getting very dry. Oh, Matt Tuck under pressure from Gavin Beers now. And Tuck got a great start, but then he's kind of mellowed out, hasn't really done anything. But he's going to have to defend fiercely from Gavin Beers, as Gavin Beers is definitely one of the faster cars on the track right now. Oh, there might have been a bit of contact there. They're getting very close, throwing the cars at each other. So something pretty unique to stock car racing. Obviously, it's a video game, so contact and all this doesn't really change between series. 12 of Gavin Beers has gotten by. He is once again in the top 5 at a road course. I'm just hoping he doesn't get involved in another crash. There's Vasquez and Luca Iyer battle out right now for the 7th place position. Vasquez is going full-time next season, as well as Alejandro Cruz Jr., who will be in the 3rd Monkey Racing car. Vasquez is the team owner. And Matt Tuck, his other driver, is fighting for a championship. He's also fighting to hold that top 5 off from Nathan Smith. Who, like I said earlier, just does a fantastic job going from one place to another on the track. Miles Edgeworth has just run away with this race, and no one's really able to fight him. Michael Sema obviously is the fastest car on the track, however, he's running 29th, so he's not really a factor, and also there's no cars in front of him. He doesn't have anyone to hold him up. No, there's cars in front of him, they're just very far ahead. And there's Caleb Rose fighting with Arthur Xavier I don't know if Xavier is trying to pass him or if he's trying to pass Xavier. But that's something that's happening on the track. Just going through the field, seeing if we can find any other battles. Now, Nathan Smith has dropped off the back of the 54 a bit. And he's in a monkey sandwich right now with Diego Vasquez and Matt Tuck. He's running behind one and in front of the other. And right now, I think the only way someone else wins is Miles Edgeworth blowing up, or they just throw in a blazer of a lap. Who knows? Maybe you have pit stops with 2 to go or something. Who knows? Maybe that happens. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. But very interesting to see no DNFs. And I think we might encounter lap traffic with how slow this 22 car is going. Yeah, I think by the end of this race they will catch the 22 of Roy Ribbleton. Not the way he wanted his first race with a new sponsor to go. These things happen, and you just gotta deal with it sometimes. You just gotta take the hand that's dealt to you. Justin James, the only thing he's done of note this season is win the Clash. He hasn't done like much since then. He has been fairly consistent, 20th in points, and he's been consistently about mid-pack, or sometimes fighting for top 10s, top 5s even. But he hasn't broken through and won a points race yet. And as the name suggests, he is really just here to have fun. Just Having Fun Racing is the team name, by the way. But how big was the? I don't think they will catch Roy Ribbleton unless he makes a massive mistake. So I also think the gap shrunk there between Miles Edgeworth and Justin James. So we'll see if something comes of that. Where's Justin James? He is not faster. He has not gone faster than Miles Edgeworth. At least on the fastest lap. Sorry, he might be going faster. I have no clue how to check that. I do, whatever. And these third through fifth are basically under a blanket. One of them makes a mistake, the other behind them is there to pounce. And let's see what happened to the gap. It shrunk. Justin James is closing. Miles Edgeworth might have burned up his tires or something, or maybe Justin James just has a better long-run car, but he is closing on Miles Edgeworth. Actually, the gap between everyone and Miles Edgeworth, maybe except for Roy Ribbleton and all the cars with damage, is shrinking. So Miles Edgeworth is slowing down. I don't know what's happening, but Miles Edgeworth is slowing down. So if you're Justin James, you're going to be like pushing as hard as you can, just trying to get everything out of the car, make that gap grow, maybe not make that gap grow, make that gap shrink quicker, and hopefully you come away with your first career win, and not a torn up race car like Roy Ribbleton has figured out. And Roberto Crown Jr. That's about all the cars that are wrecked. Arthur Xavier and Bailey Pendergast. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let's see what happened this time. Miles Edgeworth across the line, Lap 12 of 17 has begun. Justin James did close the gap. I don't think he's closing quick enough. I don't think they're closing in quick enough. I think Miles Edgeworth has got this race win, unless, of course, he blows up. He gets the Bronson Minnick and special and just completely nukes the engine of the car, sends it off right here down the hills. But Miles Edgeworth is just cruising right now, going on a nice Sunday drive. I don't know what day this is going up, so it might be Saturday. Also, you can see Roy Ribbleton a bit if you go to one of the cars at the top. You can see him all the way down there. You know, the neon blue. That's how you can tell it's him. Also, I feel like there's someone in the top 5 missing. I feel like it's just someone missing. Oh, Gavin Beers, he must have went off track at some point. That's who's missing. That's why Nathan Smith is in the top 5. Or maybe just went wide in turn 1, because that seems to be an issue. But Polar Star Motorsports, good showing here right now. 2 cars, well, not in the top 10 yet, but 2 cars close to the top 10. And the other guy involved in an early crash, and what happened with the gap up front. I think it stayed the same, unless my ticker is just not updating. But I think Justin James he's mellowed out. Or Miles Edgeworth got, like, an issue he had fixed with the car or something. I don't know why they all of a sudden just started gaining time on Edgeworth. You can see Ribbleton is closer. You can see Ribbleton is much closer than... I feel like he's much closer than he was last time. But next week, hopefully next week anyway, we go international as we head to Twin Ring Motegi for the NTT Data 500K. Over to Japan, to that oval circuit. It's sure to be a interesting race. If you've watched any other leagues, you know it is quite the track, to say the least. And let's see what happened this time with the gap. My prediction is it grew. It did grow. It grew a lot. Let's check. His last lap was a 118.6. Diego Vasquez set a faster lap that last time. So did Luca Iger. It was a 118.6. Diego Vasquez faster lap than there. Oh, contact between teammates. That's a teammate. There was contact between the 2 Monkey Racing teammates. Diego Vasquez is coming on strong here. He is moving his teammate and championship fighter out of the way. Man, that was just a move that took a lot of guts. A lot of balls there to make that move. Will he mellow out after one amazing lap? So, Edgeworth, 118.8. Vasquez, okay, nope, he mellowed out big time there. Might have been from the contact. But I don't think he's got a shot at winning this, but a top 5 at your home race, that's a good thing. I may have just jinxed him getting a top 5, but Matt Tuck trying to pay him back there. There's going to be some team drama after this race. There you see the skid marks. That's likely what happened to someone. Their battling has allowed Nathan Smith to fight back on the 54 to try and get that top 5. Every point matters if you're in this fight. Let's see, Michael Sema. He gained spots. He's up 2 positions. And a side-by-side between the 48 and the 54 for that final top 5 position. Tuck goes wide, and that's going to give Nathan Smith the 5th place position. And Vasquez, he's trying to go for a podium. He's not done yet. He's going to fight Vail Musco this entire final portion of the race. Maybe not. He's going to the inside. Can he have the run into turn 1? And no, but Musco goes a bit wide. And that's going to set him up for turn 2 nicely. Vasquez closing in. But I said at the top of the show that if things happen correctly, we might have a photo finish. We're not having a photo finish. The only photo that we're going to have at the finish is of Miles Edgeworth crossing the line to get his first career win. Vasquez, Nathan Smith running back-to-back, 4-5. No one right here is out of contention for that podium. And Smith trying to get around Vasquez, not gonna happen right now, at least. As Musco loving seeing these two battling because it means that they are occupied with each other and he can hold on to that podium. But Miles Edgeworth is coming up to cross the line here at Willow Springs, the historic road course in Rosamond, California. White flag is out for the 79 and the 69. The battle for the top 5, and oh my god, Matt Tuck is just having a horrendous final few laps. He's dropped to 7th. He still should close the gap down to about 30 points in the championship. But he's going to need to have a tremendous next few races to make up more positions. And he's going to need to have Michael Sema have a horrendous next few races. And top 5 battle has mellowed out. Maybe Musco blows up, maybe he doesn't, something, I don't know. But Miles Edgeworth, he's coming down the short chute or something, I don't know what it's called. And he's coming into the final corner. The 79, Black Clover Ford Mustang. And he's out of the final corner soon, I don't know, I can't English. And there he goes, he's out of the final corner, down the front straightaway. And Miles Edgeworth is going to win at Willow Springs. So, a good day for anyone who had a 9 or an 8 as the second number of their car. Is top 5 has all of those. But let's go over your finishing results. Miles Edgeworth led every lap and wins. Justin James in second. Vail Musco in third. Diego Vasquez in fourth. A good showing. Don't know what his next race is, so I'm gonna check that. And Nathan Smith in fifth. Brady Ugess in sixth. Matt Tuck fell back to seventh. Hold up. Alright, Alejandro Cruz Jr. will be in the 808 for the next race. Well, the next 3 races, actually. Right, oh wait, nope, next 2 races. Then Vasquez takes back over. Luca Iger in 8th, Mitchell Collins in 9th, Nicholas Dewey in 10th. So 2 Polar Star Motorsports cars in the top 10. Both Monkey Racing cars as well. Ryan Cogs, 11th, Nelson Reeves, 12th, Landon Smith Jr., 13th, Gavin Beers, 14th, Bronson Minnick, 15th, Lucas Holmes, 16th, Owen Miles, 17th, Renan Issop, 18th, John McFadden, 19th, Logan Williams, 20th, Ethan Farley, 21st, Keith Martin, 22nd, Ryan Benjamin, 23rd, Anthony Elliott 24th, Derek Hamill 25th, Trey Smith 26th, Michael Sema 27th, Caleb Rose 28th, Arthur Xavier 29th, Bailey Pendergast 30th, Louis Zancala 31st, Ember Burnley 32nd, Joshua Henderson 33rd, Devin Fair 34th, Roberto Crown Jr. 35th, and Roy Robertson rounds out the field in 36th. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you hopefully next week for the race at Twin Ring Motegi, which is sure to be a race that's going to happen. Once again, thank you all for watching, and points will now show, and bye.